Hello, welcome to Mr. B's physics video. So this is going to be the first in a long range of different physics videos that I'm going to put together that's going to hopefully help you to answer the revision question packs that are going to go out to you when hopefully, fingers crossed, the lockdown ends. This is going to be one of perhaps 7 or 8 different videos on energy that hopefully will help clarify things and help you do a little bit of revision. So the first one you can see on the board or on the laptop, whatever you're looking at, is about energy stores. So in order to get your head around this, first of all, I would say you need to know a little bit about energy. So what is energy? Well, you can go into huge amounts of detail about this as you can with a lot of science, but essentially it's the capacity to do work. It's needed for things to happen. So an example or two might help clarify this. So me coming up the stairs to my bedroom in order to record this to get away from my two monsters of children. Me shouting at my monsters of children because they're not doing as I've asked. Those require work. Those require energy. In terms of you going out on your bike because you haven't done any exercise over the last few weeks. Even appliances, calculators use energy. TVs obviously use energy. Now, thing to remember in all of those examples, me shouting, me walking upstairs, you on a bike, they all require energy, and energy is energy. It doesn't matter what the energy is, where the energy is, what the energy is being used to do, it's still energy. And energy is measured in joules. Now, because joules are a very small amount of energy, generally speaking, we'll end up using kilojoules. Otherwise, the numbers get too big. So, energy, it's just needed for things to happen. Now, before we go on to types of energy, examples of energy, I did want to just mention this. Hopefully, it won't confuse things. Hopefully, I'll try and clarify things a little bit better for you. I am not, for the rest of this video, going to be talking about energy resources. Now, an energy resource is something that we use to power our society. We use it to power our technology. So examples would be non-renewable energy resources such as coal, natural gas, oil, renewable energy resources, solar power, tidal power, wind power, wave power. There will be a video on that later on down the line, but at the moment we're only concerned with energy stores. So, what is an energy store? Well, types of energy would be a simple way of talking about it. It's a type of energy. Objects can store the energy, they can use that energy, but if the energy is kept in a place, you would say it's an energy store. So again, examples help clarify that a little bit, I would have hoped. So we've got chemical energy. So chemical energy is energy when it's stored in the bonds between chemicals. So we use chemical energy in our muscles, for example. We eat our food, we store that energy in our muscles as chemical energy. Batteries store their energy as chemical energy. So inside a battery, a chemical reaction takes place, and that causes an electrical current to flow. Thermal energy, as it sounds, heat. Gravitational potential energy is energy stored when you lift objects up. Please be careful not to use the word gravity for that. Gravity is a force, gravitational potential energy is energy. If an exam question asks you for the energy and you say gravity, you will get it wrong. Going back up to the top, because I've missed one there, we've got kinetic energy. Kinetic, fancy way of saying movement. So if an object is moving, it stores kinetic energy. Elastic potential energy, sometimes called strain energy. You stretch something, you squash something, you store elastic potential energy in there. Little bit more complicated, we've got the nuclear energy, similar to chemical, although people will get confused between the two. Chemical energy is when it's energy stored between the bonds. Nuclear energy is actual energy stored in the atom. So if you split up an atom, that releases energy. It's more, it's something that's different to the chemical energy stuff. And then we've got electrostatic energy, which as the name implies, is down to electricity. It's down to the charges in electricity can get objects to move there. The only thing we might be missing there, hopefully some people might have seen it, is this idea about light energy. Now, I would definitely say light is a type of energy. However, it's not an energy store. If I get into a room, get a cardboard box, shine a light into the cardboard box, close the box, and go into a room that's dark, open up the box, no light will pop out. I can't store that light energy. Another one that you might be missing there is sound energy. Now, strictly speaking, sound is not its own type of energy. All sound is the movement of the air particles. It's not really its own type of energy, therefore it's actually kinetic energy. Now, some exams will still ask you to talk about sound energy, so you have to play it by ear a little bit. If a question quite clearly is mentioning about sound and wants you to say sound, then perhaps say sound. You could get away by saying kinetic energy. Okay, so hopefully that gives you a little bit of information about the energy stores. The next slide will have a few key points just to recap that.